Welcome to Herman Court as we have Earlham playing Wilmington in this highly touted Quaker rivalry here. This is Austin Wampler on the call, and when we dig into the stats here, these two teams are pretty much mirror images on paper. When you look at the stats, you see Wilmington and Earlham are both averaging the same amount of points per game at 75.3, and the opposition's points per game, Wilmington is allowing 80.7 points per game, and Earlham is allowing 80.8 points per game. So this is a game that obviously could be pretty even on paper and looking to be a very close game, just like most of these rivalry games are. When you dig into the recent history here, you see Wilmington is 7-5 against Earlham since 1988 and is currently on a 3-game winning streak. And this is obviously a Quaker Bowl rivalry. So this year's standings have Wilmington in front 4-1 so far. When we look at the leading players in this game, we have Jeffrey Mansfield, Deshaun Jackson, Abdul Canoe, and Colin Myers for Wilmington, who all score in double figures, while Mansfield is leading the team at 16.7 points per game. Jackson is scoring 13.7 points per contest, grabs 5.7 boards per game. Peyton Smith leads the squad in assists, dishing out 4.3 per 40 minutes. And for Earlham, Jamel Barnes scored 20 points a game for Earlham, while Blake Bonin, Kenneth Stalling Jr., and Cheney Zolman also score in double figures. Barnes is also leading Earlham's leading rebounder at 6 boards a game. When we dig into the coaches here, we have Casey Hunt for Wilmington, who's in his 13th season as the head basketball coach. Hunt has coached 2 All-Americans and 7 of the school's 1,000-point scorers, and led the Quakers to the OAC tournament titles in 2010 and 2014. He garnered Great Lakes Region Coach of the Year honors for guiding Wilmington to OAC tournament title and a win in the NCAA Division III tournament in 2010. Joe Schewers, formerly an assistant at Earlham, is in his first assistant as the program's head coach after spending the 2018-19 season as the head coach at Thomas College in Maine. We're lining up for the national anthem here. As we resume here after our national anthem, as we get the starting lineups announced here, a couple things I think are pretty important in this game. Obviously for Earlham, you got to take care of the ball with Wilmington's pressure. Wilmington averages 11 steals a game, and Earlham turns it over 17 times a game coming into this game, so obviously that's a big key for Earlham to take care of the ball. And for Wilmington, I think obviously with this close game, you got to shoot better on threes. Earlham is shooting a very respectable 40.2% on the year, and Wilmington is just shooting 24.3%, which obviously has to change if you think Wilmington's going to win this game. Now as we introduce the starters here for the Wilmington Fighting Quakers, Jeffrey Mansfield is getting the start. Obviously he's the leading scorer on the team this year, so he's going to be a big piece of the puzzle. He's a sophomore from hometown, Wilmington, Ohio. Then we also have Peyton Smith, who's wearing number 11. He's a senior guard from Cincinnati, Ohio. We also have Abdul Kanu, who's a junior, 6'6", junior forward from Columbus, Ohio. And we also have Colin Myers here, who's 6'4" forward, junior forward from Oberlin, Ohio. And we also have, I believe it is Deshaun Jackson, who's wearing number 23. He's a senior guard from Springfield, Ohio. And for Earlham, it's looking like our starters is Cheney Zolman, who's a 6'6" senior from North Manchester, Indiana. We also have number 30, Blake Bonin, who is from Crown Point, Indiana, Crown Point High School. Number 0, Kenneth Stalling Jr. is a 6'3" senior from Gary, Indiana. Number 42, John Sakaleros is a 6'5" senior forward also from Crown Point. And our other remaining starter is the leading scorer, Jamel Barnes Jr., a 6' junior guard from Muncie Central High School in Indiana. And he is the leading scorer for your Earlham College Hustling Quakers. Now we get ready for the tip. Wilmington clears it. Peyton Smith with the ball. Looks like Earlham's lining up in a man-to-man early. Here's a backdoor to Smith. He goes in, passes to Jackson, out to Mansfield for the 3. Hits it. First 3 here for Wilmington. Obviously, we said that was a key to the game. They're only shooting 24.2% from the year, so obviously a huge point of progression if they can make this. Could be a huge part of the game. Now you see Wilmington line up in this pressure man-to-man defense full court. Casey Hunt has made a living off this here in the past. Earlham shoots for 3. It's off, cleared by Colin Myers. Jackson has the ball, passes to Mansfield here. Mansfield drives in, scores the layup. Mansfield has 5 now, so he looks really aggressive going early in the early portion of this game here. Bonin with the ball. Passes out to Kenneth Stalling. Earlham circles it around here. It's going to be an early foul here on Mansfield, his first. So we have a 5-0 lead for Wilmington, 18:42 left on the clock so far. Barnes inbounds it to Bonin. Shoots from long range, misses. Mansfield with the rebound. Passes it up to Jackson. And he shoots for 3. And he's just off. And Zolman with the rebound. Earlham working it around here at the top of the key. Wilmington with good defense so far. And it's rebound cleared to Jackson here off that shot from Barnes. Ooh, Abdul Kanu with a really nice layup attempt there, just falls off, cleared by Vernon. Barnes has the ball, top, shoots it in the corner, and it's a miss, cleared by Myers. Wilmington doing a really good job so far on defense, contesting shooters, getting a couple deflections. So far Wilmington seems to be controlling the game so far. Still 5 minutes to go. It's 5-0 with 17 minutes to go, so a long time, but Wilmington looking good so far. Kanu in the post, goes in, makes the layup, 7-0 Quakers. And Earlham calls an early timeout, 7-0 Wilmington. So far, obviously, it just looks kind of like Wilmington's the aggressor. Earlham's kind of on their toes a little bit, not getting the shots they want. Wilmington's being aggressive. Obviously, Mansfield hitting that three, and then the layup he had. 2 big points for the Quakers, and then that was an aggressive take there from Kanu on the post to lead the Wilmington Quakers up 7-0 so far in the early goings. Zolman inbounds the ball to Bonin, passes it up this time. And they get a look and misses it. And it is a foul against John Sakaleros, his first foul of the game. And that time right there, Earlham got the ball going up, broke the press easily, just missed the layup. Obviously, you got to make that if you're Earlham. Wilmington swings the ball around, finds Mansfield in the post, works on Barnes, goes up, and puts it in. 9-0 Wilmington. Here they start this press. Earlham clears it, and it's a three-pointer for Cheney Zolman, his first of the game. 9-3 Wilmington. See if Earlham will settle down a little bit here, get a little bit of rhythm coming out of this timeout. Mansfield drives to the lane again and puts it in. Jeffrey Mansfield playing really strong so far, has 9 points for the Wilmington College Fighting Quakers. And so far Earlham just can't seem to stop him. You've seen him pretty much the whole arsenal. Driving, three-pointers. Mansfield's really playing a solid game so far. Here's a trap coming. Earlham breaks it. Now they got a 3-on-2. The shot is up and in. That was Jamel Barnes Jr. there with some points. Wilmington swings it around the top. It's in Smith's hands here, and he floats it up and in. So far, it seems like Wilmington's getting about anything they want. They've drove and score. Obviously, you saw that three-pointer from Mansfield. Earlham's not putting any resistance so far on defense. Here's a post touch, and it's up and in for John Sakaleros. And that's kind of what you want Earlham to have right now. Feed the big man. Obviously, that was a really solid post touch there. They kind of look, there's kind of more settling down now that we're getting going. It's a good take from Kanu, and he gets fouled.
Come on, White.
Both these teams are really good free throw shooting teams. Wilmington is actually first in the OAC, a 78.8 on free throws, and Earlham is 78.6%, which is second in the HCAC. And obviously, you see right on point, Canoe knocks down the first free throw.
Come on, White. Nice play.
Canoe clears the second one, and incoming for the Quakers, it is Noah Dado as he replaces Abdul Canoe. Bonin with the ball here. Passes it out to Zolman. It's a post feed for Sacaleros. Wilmington really pressuring here. Zolman with the shot, and he knocks it down. Mansfield drives again and scores again. Jeffrey Mansfield really putting on a show tonight, getting wherever he wants to go. No rim resistance from Earlham here in the early goings. Mansfield knocks it out. Also in for the Quakers now, we have Jackson Todd, number 21. He is a 6'2" junior guard from Mansfield, Ohio. And for Earlham, we have number 20, Thomas Sandburn, in the game. Barnes with the ball here. Pass it out to Stalling, and he gets fouled by Dado on aggressive take. So 2 shots for Earlham here. Stalling misses the first. He hits the second one here. Now Earlham looks to be in a 2-3 zone, so we'll see how Wilmington attacks this. Matt Smith in the game here for Wilmington. Number 33 just touched the ball. Here's Mansfield at the top of the key. Dado sets a screen, passes it out to Mullins. Mansfield for 3, and he hits it again. Jeffrey Mansfield. Here's Bonin with the ball. He passes it out. Barnes misses the 3, and then it's cleared. And here's a look to Dado, and he slams it. Wilmington up 22-10 here in the early goings with 12:51 to go as Earlham takes another timeout. It's really good basketball here from Wilmington, pushing the pace, really making Earlham uncomfortable. They haven't forced a ton of turnovers, but Earlham definitely doesn't look to be real comfortable and relaxed in their offense, and Wilmington is basically getting anything they want so far. Mansfield is taking it to the lane, set 2 3-pointers, just really taking over for the Wilmington College Fighting Quakers so far in the early goings. Look here for Wilmington out of the bounds, obviously to pull in their full court pressure. See how Earlham responds to this. See if Earlham kind of settles down a little bit here. I think they're just a little rushed. Obviously, that's what Wilmington wants to do, put some pressure on Earlham, and we'll see how they respond to it here. But I think with Earlham, you just got to make some stops here. Obviously, Mansfield's been dominant in this game. Sure enough, Wilmington in this full court man-to-man here. See if they trap or do a little run and jump out of it. Stalling, inbounds it, Bonin here. Getting harassed by Mullins, passes it out to Barnes. Stalling, misses the layup, and it's cleared by Matt Smith. Beautiful take there. Just missed, and Dado misses the putback. A beautiful take by Anthony Phillips, and you have to like that take. Zolman in the post here. Right hook, just off. Dado clears. Jackson with the ball here. Wilmington looking to set up their offense. Do a little horns action here. Smith with the screen. Now Dado. There he is. And he takes a dribble. Out to Mullins. Just off. Here's Smith with a good hustle, and Dado with the ball. And it's stolen by Bonin. Still 22-10 here with 11:20 to go. Wilmington with the lead in the early goings. And it's stolen by Deshaun Jackson. The Quakers have numbers. Jackson puts it up and gets fouled. That'll be the third team foul here for Earlham in the early goings. And that foul is on Kenneth Stalling Jr. It is his first. So Jackson is getting ready to shoot from the line here. Just off the first one. So here we have an array of subs here. So looking like Sacaleros is back for Earlham, and Colin Myers, Peyton Smith, and Abdul Canoe are back in for the Quakers. Good shot there. And then a stolen. Peyton Smith there with a good pressure defense. Finally got the bone in there. And he passes it out to Todd, who's way off. Here's Colin Myers. Todd gets fouled. And he is down. It's a nasty fall there. He gets up, looks okay. That was Jackson Todd. He's a 6'2" junior guard from Mansfield, Ohio. He looks to be okay.
That's a pretty shot. That one's for the ground.
Now we get back to action here. Earlham looks like they're going to have a sub. Is Thomas Sanborn. So he returns back to the game. He's a 6'5" senior guard from Crown Point High School in Indiana.
I love them.
He replaces Zolman. First free throw good for Todd. It's now 24-10 Wilmington with 10:49 to go in the game. Todd shoots the second one, and he makes it. And now we have Mansfield subbing in for Todd. Now we're getting a trap here by Wilmington. Mansfield gets a deflection, but back to Bonin. Earlham clears it here. Now they're getting ready to set in their offense. Here's a drive here from Stalling. He misses it, and Jackson got the board. And now Wilmington looks to have numbers here, but Jackson throws it away. Wilmington really looked to have some numbers there. Another good defensive possession, but the pass was just off there to Colin Myers. Earlham gets it in the corner, back to Boonin. Now they got the press beat, 2-on-1. There's a layup, and it's rejected by Colin Myers. Really nice rejection there. It looked like Earlham was going to have a little runaway. A.J. White just into the game. It is now Wilmington ball. Smith with the point here. Passes it out to Canoe. Canoe with a little razzle-dazzle. He goes in the lane, and it is a travel. It was a good defense that time there by Earlham. John Sacaleros, good job moving his feet, forcing him into the travel that time. There's a pass out from Boonin, and that's a three-pointer for Earlham. Thomas Sanborn with his first three of the game. It is now 25-13 Wilmington over Earlham with 9:40 to go. Mansfield with the ball. And he takes again, gets all the way, just off theirs. Earlham clears it. Another really nice take from Mansfield. I think that's obviously what you want with Wilmington right now. He's really getting anywhere he wants on the court today. Earlham drives out the White, passes it in. Boonin with the ball, and he gets fouled by Canoe. That is Canoe's first foul in the game. And it is also Wilmington's third foul. White has the ball for Earlham. Nice pass there. Earlham swings it around. Just misses. White with the board. And he gets rejected by a swarm of Quakers there. Both Mansfield and Jackson were right there to contest that shot. Jackson gets fouled. That's the fifth personal foul on Earlham. And it is the first foul for Earlham's leading scorer, Jamel Barnes. Boonin comes out of the game. Returns Kenneth Stalling. A backdoor cut. And Jackson with a slam. Oh, Stalling just came into the game and just completely forgot about Jackson there. Totally just had his back to the ball and just wasn't paying attention at all to where Jackson was. But a great play by Wilmington and just a beautiful setting. The spacing was there. They had four high and just a great slam by Jackson to finish it off. I think we have another timeout by Earlham here, which this should be, I believe this is already their third timeout of the game here. So obviously, Coach Joe Shoyers is not liking what he's seeing out of the Earlham College hustling Quakers so far in this game. So we now have a score of 27-13. Wilmington in the lead here with 8:43 to go in the first half. So far, this has been a complete domination from Wilmington. As their style is really prevailing right now. They're getting into the Earlham hustling Quakers, really making them a little antsy with the ball. They're not quite where they want to be offensively in the early goings.
I'm ready to when it gets to that point where it's like,
Earlham gets the ball in the Barnes here. And he handles it up against Jackson. Put some good pressure on him. And he picks it up, but he passes it on to White here. Jackson continues to harass his defenders. Stalling takes and makes the layup there for Earlham. Ball goes out to Canoe, tries a post feed, but a good deflection there by Earlham, and his Earlham ball. Really good defense by Barnes there, fronting Mansfield, not letting him touch it. Earlham inbounds in the corner here, gets it to White. And Jackson with another steal and throws it out on White. It's great defense by Jackson here in the early goings. He's really getting up into the Earlham players and making them feel really uncomfortable on offense. Here we have a substitution. I believe this is the first time in for Connor Hubbard, number 44 for Earlham. He's a 6'10" sophomore center from Osgood, Indiana, Jacksonville High School. Now Earlham's looking to go back into the 2-3 zone here. Showing a little bit something different to Wilmington. We have a pass there from Smith to Myers and a foul on Earlham. And that is Earlham's 6th foul, so the next one will be the 1-on-1 bonus. Another substitution here for Earlham. Sanborn replaces Kenneth Stalling Jr. here.
I do like it.
Pass goes into Mansfield. Canoe with a layup, misses just off. It's cleared by Earlham. More pressure here by Wilmington. This time it's Barnes moving across the lane, circling around the court, and he shoots for three. Just off here. And it's cleared by Wilmington. Smith out in the run. Here he goes, attacks to Canoe. Out to Jackson for three.